A lot of people will be heated about why we are actually not going to be friends. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comment section. Originally supposed to do a group game night and everybody bailed, so we were just going to go do a game night ourselves. I then asked him if he wanted to go run some errands with me instead. We go, we do the errand stuff. Of course, it's my errands, so I'm really the only one buying anything. I don't get that much stuff, but I've got a good enough size bag and had walked about 20 minutes to the store, so we have to walk about 20 minutes back. The bag is kind of heavy. This dude, he's a big, muscular dude. I'm not exactly like a big, muscular woman. And I just said, can you please carry this? Oh, this is where a lot of people are going to be divided. And be like, well, of course, it's your bag. Why would he carry it? It's fair enough. And that was exactly his reasoning. For me, it immediately killed the mood because I wasn't looking at this as an expectation that he had to do it. I asked because we are trying to be friends and he's stronger than I am. When we were talking it out, he said, oh, I would do that for a girlfriend, but I wouldn't do that for just anyone. I would do that for someone special. I don't understand the concept of doing nice things for people only in a particular situation. The fact that he said, what were you going to give me in return, is a really weird question to pose on someone when you've just met them. His other answer was that he just didn't want to be taken advantage of, to which I said, you would feel taken advantage of because you would carry someone's bag? Well, you know, some girls are like that. They want you to carry their stuff, they want you to buy stuff for them. But this is getting even more confusing for me because I didn't ask you to buy anything. I simply just asked if you could carry this for me. What was also really hurtful about that is immediately he was thinking tit for tat when friendships shouldn't be founded off of that.
Okay. Do you guys agree with her?
Yeah, I agree with her. I agree. I think that.
Oh no, my bad. I didn't.
Y'all got an echo.
Let me see what it is. Go ahead, John.
Echo cancellation.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. What's time?
I agree with her. I think that a lot of the problems in dating currently is that we're all hyper sensitive when it comes to courting a person. I think a lot of people are afraid that they're going to be labeled as a simp, or the women are afraid they're going to be labeled as a pick-me. So we disassociate the thing that is right in front of us and what we're trying to accomplish, which is being in a successful relationship. I agree with her. Should have just grabbed her bag. It wasn't that serious.
Okay. Anybody agree with him? Anybody else agree with him?
I agree with him. I think exactly what he said. I think that when you're trying to develop a relationship with somebody or you're trying to move forward, whether it be friendship, because a lot of relationships start with the foundation of friendship. And if you're trying to move forward in that, then I don't get why you wouldn't be able to do something kind in that matter. She didn't ask him to buy anything. She just asked him to do what she would want her man to do. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, he not her man now.
Right, but
we only hearing from her side.
Should that matter though? Should you not hold someone's bag because you're not their spouse?
Let's tie this echo.
Who is that? Who is that, Q? Which one? Who got an echo?
That's Ty. That's Ty. Go ahead.
All right, you got to put on the echo. Go ahead. What was y'all saying?
I'm saying, should that matter? Should you be taking into consideration carrying someone's bag due to the fact that they're not your spouse?
Yes.
Why?
Because
it's a bag, it's like 5 pounds.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a bag. It doesn't matter what it is. The fact of the matter is, a lot of y'all get caught up doing boyfriend stuff, doing husband stuff.
That boyfriend stuff, carrying someone's bag, that's crazy.
It is. Would you carry your homeboy's bag?
Would I carry my homeboy's bag? I mean, if I was gay and we were courting each other, that's different. You're inflating two different things.
No, we're not talking about courting. She said friends.
Yeah.
No, they were on a date. She said they were on a date.
No, she didn't say that they was on a date. She said that they were going to a game night. This was the first time that they met. It was just cool.
That's a date. What are you talking about, Anton? That's a date. They're going on a game night the first time they met.
The only reason that you might need to listen to the video again.
Truthfully, pretty much boils down to expectations, right? What are we expecting from a man, right? What are we expecting from a man? Why are we expecting a man to be able to carry this woman's bag? Because people, let's just be honest, right? They want to use the idea that, well, they're just doing it as friends and they're just this, and, there's nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing. Number one, ask her, why don't you ask your girlfriends to carry your bags when y'all go shopping? No, it will just be a man, right? It will just be a man to sit here and carry the woman's bag. You are expecting this man to do something. Let's just ask, would you carry the man's bag if he told you to carry it? No, you wouldn't. If it was just about being friends, you would be able to carry his bags. Hell, you should be able to say, hey, listen, do you want me to carry your bags while you walk? So once again, kind of being disingenuous, and also people, let's just be honest here, right? Women killed chivalry. Chivalry is dead because of women, because women do not know how to reciprocate value. There are many videos of guys talking about how women literally would won't even say thank you when you open up the door for them, right? Women will sit here and just disrespect you when you make small gestures. If you give a woman a compliment, women will sit here and think you automatically thirsty. Women think you automatically trying to holler at them. I mean, it's just like a lot of them get disrespectful.
This is unfortunate. I'm seeing a lot of men say that they are no longer holding the door open for women because we are just simply not saying thank you. We are unappreciative. We are saying, I got it. I don't need you to hold the door open for me, or why are you holding the door open for me? And so that is something that I honestly did not know that men were going through. And I didn't know that women were not saying thank you. And that's not okay. I personally, when a man holds the door open for me, when it does happen, I always say thank you and I always express my gratitude. And I always hold the door open for anyone who is coming behind me. I don't care who it is, male or female, anyone who is coming behind me, I'm going to hold the door open. It is unfortunate to see that women are not saying thank you from what the men are saying, and that this is the reason why men are no longer holding the door open for us.
A lot of them get disrespectful, but I mean, a lot of guys are saying women nowadays, they just do not respect the small things that men do for women. And then you're talking about how women are treating men today. What makes you think men are going to even want to be chivalrous? Because all she's expecting this man to do is be chivalrous. That's all she's expecting this man to do, be chivalrous. Now, of course, they're just friends. Of course, they are just friends. But this bleeds over into relationships. This bleeds over into pretty much the conversation that they're having. It bleeds over into wanting to become something more than just friendship, right? So, I mean, I get it, right? But let's just be honest, right? If a guy truly likes a woman, if a guy really, really likes a woman, he's going to carry those bags. But if we're talking about you just being friends, I would say men would still carry bags because if you think about it, you already know just a guilty conscience for a lot of guys that if we're walking down the street next to a woman and she's carrying bags and you're not carrying anything, people will automatically look at you as a problem. People will say this is red flags. Like, why is she carrying a bag? Once again, guys, these are expectations that are put on men day in and day out. So now men are just, because women don't know how to reciprocate value, because women disrespect men who do the small things for them and try to be chivalrous, right? When you sit here and don't know how to reciprocate value, don't know how to respect chivalrous men being chivalrous, then men are not going to want to be open to doing small things that society expects men to do. They're not going to do small things that women expect men to do. And the thing is, we want to do it. But we are living in a society where we have women who just suck at being women. I'm just being honest with you. They suck at being women. They suck at being feminine, right? And there's a lot of women who are feminine, but just because you're feminine don't mean you're submissive. There's a lot of feminine women out here who are submissive. I can tell you firsthand, there's a lot of women that I dealt with who were very feminine, but they were not submissive. They were not traditional whatsoever. Another reason why men don't like putting down jackets on the ground so a woman can walk over a damn puddle, if you ask me, when you can just literally walk around the puddle. But hey, once again, it's something to make women feel like, oh, well, this is how men should be treating me. Right. But I mean, like, once again, this is why guys don't want to go out their way to go take these women to high value restaurants, high food chain restaurants. I mean, like, come on, some pricey restaurants, right? Women are now complaining about coffee dates. Women are now complaining about coffee dates. They're not even willing to respect that, right? So once again, what makes you think guys are willing to go all out and above for women who don't even do the same, who can't reciprocate the value, who would sit here and be disrespectful to you? And then, I mean, you just said you didn't even want to be friends with this guy anymore. Like, I believe she said they weren't even friends anymore. So it's just like, man, like, and then you decide to jump on the internet and complain about it. Hey, well, listen, maybe he dodged the bullet. Maybe he's going to be stuck in a friend zone. But let's continue.
The only reason that they was together is because everybody else flaked out on them. So they just so happened to be in the same space with each other and went to the store with each other. That's it. It wasn't on a date. They wasn't going on a date with each other. They was just cool.
Okay, if that's the case, if they weren't on a date, then I concede what I said, and it's totally different. If they're just platonic friends, then no, you're not required to do anything outside of being a friend. But if they're courting each other, then there's nothing wrong with holding a woman's bag.
How can you court somebody on the first time that you meet her?
That's what courting is, getting to know them. It doesn't matter if it's the first time, the second time, or the third time. Courting is introducing yourself and presenting yourself to them as
every chick that you meet. You gonna carry her bag if she needs you to carry her bag?
If I am courting a woman and she asks me to carry her bag, yes, I don't have a problem with carrying her bag.
What if you're not courting her and she asks you to carry the bag? Are you gonna carry?
Well, that's random. That's if a random woman comes up to me and I'm just walking, she asks me to carry her bag, then no.
You know her, you're not courting her. Are you carrying her bag?
I know her, I'm not courting her. Am I carrying her bag?
Yes.
It depends. It depends. There's nuances in that. Every situation is different. I can't just answer that.
You a bag carrier. you a bagger.
You can try to label it however you want to make it sound funny, but for you to say that a man is a simp because he's carrying someone's bag is crazy to me.
I'm not laughing. I'm telling
but he didn't call you a simp.
You the type of guy to take her bag and make sure that she's taken care of so that you can prep her for the next guy who she don't have no. Man, listen, here's
now we're adding stuff. I never know. I'm not the type of guy to prep anyone for the next person. I'm the type of guy to be a gentleman to my lady. If she wants me to carry her bag because
that's not your lady.
Heavy,
that's not your chick, bro. For some reason, you got this impression.
No, I think what it is, I think you've been married for so long that you don't understand what it means to actually date and court a person. So you're looking at it from the outside looking in of someone who's been married for 20 something years. And you're saying, oh, I wouldn't carry a random woman's bag because you've been in a successful relationship. But when you actually meet a person initially, you do those type of things in order to get in their good graces, in order to show them you're a good person. So I think you're just
listen.
missing fruit.
You're the punching bag. Okay, and this is the reality: is that women look at dudes like you with this type of attitude, and you the type of guy that get taken advantage of.
Yep.
We see you every single day, and we laugh. We are absolutely giggling like little schoolgirls at people like you, who are always the ones that fuck it up for other guys because they expect for guys who they call their friends to do shit that other friends are not required to do. And then they don't have any standards for the person that they actually like. If a chick is feeling you, you don't have to get in her good graces. She know immediately, literally immediately, whether or not she likes you, whether or not she want to actually get to know you, and whether or not immediately, whether or not she want to fuck you. So if you have to get in her good graces, you never had her in the first place. You was never courting her in the first place. If you got to try to convince her to try to be a person that you would be interested in or she would be interested in, you never had her in the first place, bro. So you don't have to do all of that. My point is the problem with the culture is that women think it's okay to take advantage of guys, and that's why they say the shit that they say, but then at the same time they can advocate for equal. The reason why guys are so easily put into the friend zone is the mentality that you carry because you don't draw a line in the sand. If more guys drew a line in the sand and said, listen,
your line in the sand is carrying a bag. That's your line in the sand, carrying a bag.
The line in the sand is the line in the sand. You don't waver. You don't switch up. You don't go the other way. You don't do this. You don't do that. Either you draw a line in the sand or you don't, and they will.
And doesn't that differ from person to person? Isn't that different from each individual?
One second.
Isn't everyone's line
One
different?
second. Listen, you in your feminine energy right now because you want to argue. I just want to have a conversation.
No. It's not about being in my feminine energy. It's about if I disagree with what you're saying, I'm going to say that I disagree.
Right now. Listen.
That's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion.
Listen, we're going to be here for 3 hours. I'm going to give you space to speak. But what you don't understand is this, bro. If you don't draw a line in the sand, you're going to get trampled over.
Yep.
Women are habitual line steppers. They will respect you more if you actually draw a line in the sand and stand your ground, bro. I'm telling you the truth. Listen, man, most of the time, dudes that don't give a fuck are the ones.
How do you know that? You dated one woman your whole life.
You gotta listen, bro.
All right, hold on. We gonna stop this right now. All right. You know me, I don't know you.
I hate how people always say, well, you don't know that. Well, how would you know that if you ain't never been in that situation? Well, how would you know that, man, and you ain't been in the dating scene for 20 years? As if him being in a marriage for 20 years is bad or something. As if he doesn't, like, if you ask me, that would make you more credible, because this is something that our sisters fail to maintain. They fail to maintain a relationship. They fail to get married, right? I mean, our sisters are the most engaged, if we're just being honest. Most engaged, right? Not the most married, but most engaged, right? They don't mind getting engaged and being somebody's fiance, but that's really about it. But because you can't even argue the point, because you can't even argue the facts, you want to sit here and say, well, you've been in marriage for 20 years. How would you know? Once again, bro, we already know who Anton Daniels is. He does a bunch of, he's, I believe, a dating coach. He talks to a bunch of people. He talks to a bunch of athletes. So he's hearing everybody's perspectives, hearing everybody's experiences. So, I mean, you can easily formulate the issue when you're not biased, right? When you're not biased. But of course, you got Mr. Simp here. It seems like he's biased. So, of course, he is going to disagree with damn near everything Anton Daniels is saying. And the fact that Anton had to replay the whole video just to show him that, bro, they are just friends. But look at the expectations that y'all have on men to sit here and just go out the way to go do this stuff with women when they haven't even earned it. I didn't live in a time period of Martin Luther King or Abraham Lincoln, but guess what? I at least know enough about them to where I can at least hold a decent conversation. I can at least hold a decent conversation. I never experienced him having his speech saying I had a dream. I never experienced that. But once again, I can at least still talk to you about it to some degree. I ain't never been shot, but I can tell you what, you might not want to get shot. I ain't never been shot in the head, people. But guess what? You might not want to get shot in the head because you might not come back from that. But let's continue.
All right. The fact of the matter is, if you're going to substantiate your argument, you're going to have to do it without doing ad hominem attacks. Because
What's your definition of an ad hominem attack? I'm answering the things that you're saying. I'm not being disrespectful.
What you think about me, you don't know half of what my life is like. Honestly.
I know what you display on the internet, and what you display on the internet is that you're married and you've only been with one woman after your marriage. So how do you have all this information on dating?
Listen. If we gonna have this conversation, you're gonna have to substantiate your argument without worrying about whether or not I have been with one woman or not. That nothing
matters.
That matters, has nothing to do with the conversation at all.
How does it not? You don't have any referenceable freaking information. You can't reference what you're saying.
Because I didn't add that as a part of the conversation. If I looked at you and say, okay, you look gay to me, should I add that as a part of the conversation? Or should I just be able to stand on my own?
Now that is an ad hominem attack. Just in case you don't know the definition, that's an ad hominem attack.
No. If I say you look gay to me, should I add that based off of what I think? Or should we just be able to argue the point based off of what the woman said in the video? But I'm not going to do that, though. You know why?
So do you want me to answer that genuinely, or are you just being disingenuous for the sake of trying to win the argument?
Real. You never said that you was gay, so I'm not going to add that as a part of the conversation. Okay?
But you have said that you're married, have you not? And you have said
I'm
you haven't
not
been with
gonna
no
add that
women
as a
after
part
your
of the
marriage, have you not?
I don't need to validate my marriage in order to defeat you in this conversation, is my point. Now, if you want to continue to be in your feminine energy, we can talk. Or we can just have a conversation like men and speak on the actual issue that she said. Now, you sound like one of the King Panda Bears, but I'm gonna give you grace. I'm gonna give you grace.
I
You
need
should
your
not.
grace.
You
You're
should
not
not even.
God to give
You
me
shouldn't even
anything.
be arguing for women. That's hard, bro. You
I'm not
shouldn't even be
arguing for
doing that.
women. I'm arguing for men to understand that it is not a good idea for you to be so on one side or the other. It's not a good idea for you to say, I won't hold a girl's bag because it looks like I'm being XYZ. I mean, if that's what the woman that desires that you're courting, why wouldn't you do it? If you desire for her to do something, why wouldn't she do it?
And this is again why you in your feminine energy, because she never said courting. She never said that at all. She said, I was trying to evaluate whether or not I even
So
want
they
this
weren't on
guy
a
to be my
date.
friend.
So they weren't on a date.
No, they wasn't on a date.
Yes, they was. Yes, they was.
Q, play the video one more time.
Please.
Because I'm trying to give him grace.
A lot of people will be heated about why we are actually not going to be friends. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comment section. Originally supposed to do a group game night and everybody bailed, so we were just going to go do a game night ourselves. I then asked him if he wanted to go run some errands with me instead. We go, we do the errands.
We just gonna stop right there. Do that sound like they was on a date?
No, you're right. They wasn't on a date. You got that.
Thank you. So when we get back to the brass tacks of it, that's not courting. That is her asking this nigga to go run some errands with her and then carry her bags on the way back to the crib because everybody bailed on the group game night.
Yeah,
But aren't they just moving as friends, like just running to the store together as friends and walking back to the same place together as friends? So they're getting things for the game night. There are bags. I hold some bags, you hold some bags. How is that automatically him
No,
being a simp?
she never. Okay, let me play the video for you again. And I'm gonna play it to the point where she talked about the bags because we got to have our listening skills on it.
A lot of people will be heated about why we are actually not going to be friends. I guess you'll have to let me.
I mean, Jazz, you kind of, once again, you just proving my point that this is what people expect men to do. We are expecting men to be chivalrous. We're expecting men to constantly give, while women never reciprocate. And once again, as I stated before, if we're walking next to a woman, right, and we know this chick and she's carrying some bags, we are damn near obligated to hold that bag. We are damn near obligated to walk around with that bag, help her out. That's just a fact. We are obligated to do that. We are obligated to do that. But in society now, it's just that a lot of men see this and they are aware of this, but hey, they're like, you know what? No, we're taking a stand against this. You're not about to sit here and disrespect me. You're not about to put me down for any reason because of these whack expectations you put on me that you can't even complete yourself, that you can't even, standards that you won't even hold yourself to. But y'all guys, let me know down below. What do y'all guys think? Do me a huge favor, let me a like, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel.